3 more women have come forward to claim they were sexually abused by a Cistercian monk at Caldey Island Abbey in the 1970s and 80s, as a survivors' organization demanded an inquiry into the allegations. Max's, an organization that supports survivors of clerical abuse, said an inquiry was needed to establish the extent of the alleged abuse. Meanwhile, the Children's Commissioner for Wales has asked the Abbey for information on its child protection procedures. The Commissioner, Sally Holland, said she wanted to make sure that any child or young person visiting Caldey or its churches is safe, and she had discussed the allegations with the Catholic Safeguarding Advisory Service, who did not respond to a request for comment. The fresh claims follow the disclosure in The Guardian last week that 6 women had brought a civil claim against the Cistercian order on the island off the coast of Pembrokeshire, alleging they were sexually abused as children by one of its monks, Father Thaddeus Kodak, who died in 1992. The Abbey denied liability but this year paid modest sums of compensation to the women. 3 of the plaintiffs subsequently decided to go public with their claims, partly in the hope of encouraging other survivors to come forward. The women also want a formal apology from the Abbey. Since The Guardian's story was published, 3 more women have said they were sexually abused by Kodak. One said her 2 sisters were also abused, bringing the total to 11. One of the women reported her case to police on Monday. In a statement at the weekend, Dyfed police confirmed that in 2014 and 2016 they had received reports of non-recent sexual abuse that occurred at Caldey Island, with the named offender being the deceased Thaddeus Kodak. Because he was dead, a prosecution was not possible, the force said. The woman who reported her case to the police this week said that when she read Kodak's name in The Guardian she broke down and was unable to sleep for 36 hours. "I had never told anybody about this, ever," she said. "In the last 24 hours my husband has found out. I am now deciding what to do about my parents because I told them at the time and they did nothing." She described her abuse as low-level compared with the others, and added, "It was 32 years ago. I was about 11 or 12, it would have been in 1985 or 1986. We were all in the garden together within the monastery grounds. I was sitting next to Kodak on a bench. He pulled me towards him. It looked like he was hugging you to everybody there, but it wasn't a hug. He put his hand up my top. Then his hand went up my back and under my arms. I squirmed away from him and walked away. I didn't go near him after that. I told my parents but they said I was being oversensitive and that he was just being friendly. It was never talked of again." Another woman, now in her 40s and living in New Zealand, said she wanted to verify the earlier allegations. "While I have not suffered to the same degree as them by Fr. Thaddeus' actions, I wanted to add support and verify their claims." She said her family stayed at a cottage and Kodak was a frequent visitor, taking her and her friend on outings to secret places around the island.